Just wondering if you could talk about sort of your Arlington experience. Just kind of, was it exciting, overwhelming?
Yeah, it was both of those. You show up in the clubhouse and you're just sitting in there with guys you've seen on TV, for 3 or 4 years. And it's just like, and even some of them, like 10, 12 years. It's pretty cool. But, I got up there and it's a great group of guys. They, helped to make me comfortable around the clubhouse. I just kind of try to keep to myself at first, just to get a feel for everything. But got a couple days to sit in the dugout and just take it in and just let it set in. And, just kind of sat in the dugout and just imagine myself doing good things. And I think that was a big thing. In part, and had a good mindset going in. Was pretty confident in that first start. So and then the second start obviously wasn't good, but I went back, looked at video, and just one of those days. Fastball was flat, breaking ball was just side to side, didn't have a big pump in it like it usually does. When I'm getting guys out with it or swings and misses. So I'm pretty confident that if I face that same lineup here next week, whatever it was, it wouldn't be the same outcome. I'd go right after him and be a different outcome.
Going back to that first start, I mean, it was a pretty amazing first start, especially considering you were jumping up from Double-A. I mean, did you kind of surprise yourself with how well you were pitching?
Yeah, it's definitely like the biggest surprise. I mean, I sat there and struck out 5 in a row. I was like, man, it's like I can do this, So, that's when it really, other first couple pitches, I was pretty nervous. I didn't know if I was going to be able to throw a strike or not. Everything was just shaking on me, and just hearing the crowd just like cheer after that first strike is like, it's definitely where you want to be. But yeah, I mean, it's, found out that I could have success in the big league my 2 seam, and kind of gotten away from my 4-seam fastball, which is what got me to the big leagues, commanding it low and away to both righties and lefties, which I don't have a problem right now going away to lefties. It's more righties than anything. So I got to get back to that, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I blame myself because they're sitting here trying to incorporate new pitches for down the road, not right now. So just continuing to work, realizing it's a process. I don't need to get it tomorrow. So
now, Scott Fisher, you were doing something with him yesterday, and I know he was in the crowd for your first start in Arlington. Just for the people who don't know, could you kind of talk about your relationship with him, just sort of how he started pitching?
Yeah, well, I was like 8 or 9 years old, I think, at the time, and I talked to him like about pitching before, but Scott back in the day, he was just a good family friend. He was my brother's coach first, actually, my older brother, and then he got to be a good family friend, and I ended up on his team, and just came up to me and was like, you know what? He's like, we want to try you out. I just want you to go in there and throw the ball like you do from shortstop. Just hose it across, the plate instead of to first base, And Scott, he's just real, just not goofy with everything, but you just kind of like, okay, and so it just went from there, and I just started throwing strikes at 8, just boom, 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 and went from there. And that's the relationship with Scott. He's always kept up. So I mean, he was pretty young at the time, but he stayed close with my family. My family, took him in. Fed him a lot. My dad loves to cook, so he's inviting people over all the time. He's like, come on, get some dinner and stuff like that. So, that's the relationship with Scott. He stayed close, and before he left, he's like, I'm sure I'll see you pitch somewhere. I'm sure you'll be pitching somewhere. And, you'll come through Texas at some point. And, here I am. Went up to Arlington. He said he's coming up. Got him some tickets, and it's good to have him there. He actually got things relaxed just with his always joking around and just his mood, so it's pretty cool, but now I'm here, and he offered me a place to stay, no rent. I was like, sure, I don't care, man, 20-minute drive every day, that's awesome, so that's how that came about.
So now kind of shifting gears, going back to college, you pitched in Georgia. Do you think kind of pitching in the SEC and pitching in college prepared you more for kind of a professional career?
Yeah, you hear a lot of people say, I didn't have a great experience in college. I didn't have great results. But you know, if anything I took away was, you know, I mean, SEC's tough competition. You know, the best team could beat, or the worst team could beat the best team any day. You know, you just got to show up ready to play there. So you know, through my struggles at college, you know, I think it's helped me prepare, you know, for the professional ball. You know, it's not always going to be. There's going to have to be starts like that before you start. You know, the first thing you're feeling is doubt. You know, self-doubt. Like, oh, you know, can I do this? You know, that's the first thing that pops in your mind when it first starts happening. So in college, you know, that was me the whole time, and it wasn't. I didn't have any confidence in myself. It was like, man, I'm getting ripped. I don't know if I can do this. I'm throwing everything I got at them. So you know, it helped me develop a whole different mindset going into professional baseball. So you know, and that's why you jump back from bad starts like that to good starts.
I guess just one last thing. Would you mind kind of showing us some grips of
Yeah,
pitches and just sort of talking about how to throw them?
Yeah.
You mentioned you picked up a slider recently, right?
Yeah. There's a 4-seam fastball right here. You know, this one you just throw. Just main thing with this is just getting out front with it, snapping through it. I actually throw a breaking ball. Yeah, all I do is move it over. You see a lot of guys throw a breaking ball like that. Well, here's my 4-seam. I just move it over like that and make sure when I throw it to snap through it. Not a lot of guys have 2-seam grips for their breaking balls. Very rarely do you see it. I'm just a guy. This is a comfortable fit for me. You know, I can just bite through that seam at the end and have it spin. And for the changeup, it's just basically my 4-seam. It's just moving it over with these fingers, and you know, these are your 2 strongest fingers. So obviously, if you're throwing with these 2, that's why you throw it like a fastball. You know, you just throw through it, and it's not going to be as strong. It's not going to be as fast. You know, you want 8 to 10 mile an hour. You know, a lot of big league hitters. Brad Hopp told me on the changeup. He said some of the best changeups I've seen are 8 to 10. They're like 4 to 5 mile an hour off the fastball, because you don't see it until the end. So. And for the slider, all I do is, since I do throw a 2-seam fastball just like that, yeah, it's a 2-seam grip. So for a slider, I just move it up and make sure I get on that half of the ball. So you're throwing through only half of the baseball. And then it's the same thing kind of with your breaking ball, but you don't want to snap over it like that. You just want to snap down through it. So that's what gets you the cut and drop back.